Hello everyone, and welcome to another video looking at World War I soldiers. Now this video is a little different as it covers two soldiers, both of whom were from the same regiment and were shot on, well, not just shot on the same day, but tried on the same day as well, convicted and shot. The soldiers in question are Joseph Byers and Andrew Evans. Now, Joseph McCaskey Byers was born on 28th of June 1900 at 24th South Queensberry Street in Dumfries. His parents were Robert John Watt and Annie Curry Byers. In 1901, the family lived at 26 South Queensberry Street. His parents had married in Glasgow on the 19th of July 1901. Joseph had 2 sisters and 4 brothers by the time of his birth. Now, as an aside, it was unusual in those days for a couple to have 7 children before they married. Usually they would get married when the first child was on the way. Not much else is known about Joseph's life from before World War I, but it is known that he lied about his age to enlist and arrived in France on the 5th of December 1914. Andrew Evans was born around 1874. Again, very little is known of his life prior to World War I. However, his next of kin was listed as his sister Mary Langford. It is also known that he was a reservist, and he was recalled to the army in August 1914 at the outbreak of war. He was billeted alongside Byers in Loka for Christmas 1914. However, by New Year's Eve, Evans had disappeared. He was arrested on the 15th of January 1915 at a farm near St. George by a corporal from the French army. He pled not guilty to desertion, stating that he'd been drunk on Christmas Day and had gone to Ballyloo. However, given the time that he was away, the court did not believe his story. He must have had one heck of a bender if it took him 3 weeks to recover from it. On the 8th to 9th of January 1915, Byers was a member of a work party that was carrying coke for use in the trenches at Kemmel. Somewhere en route, he asked to fall out so he could use the toilet. However, he failed to return, and the NCO in charge of the working party noticed this. He was arrested on the 18th of January 1915 on the Ypres to Poppering Road. He was handed over to the British authorities as a suspected deserter. Byers said he had been in hospital at Kemmel for 3 days and had been trying to find his way back to his battalion. At his court-martial, Byers called no witnesses and gave no evidence, simply pleading guilty. Byers probably didn't understand the seriousness of the charge that he was accused of, nor the consequences of it. Both Byers and Evans' court-martials were on the 30th of January 1915. Byers was executed along with Evans at 8 a.m. on the 6th of February 1915. As Byers was only 14 at the time of his execution, the shooting party deliberately missed, and the officer in charge had to shoot him with a handgun to finish him off. Byers' brother Matthew served in World War I as well and survived the war. Now, Byers had a cousin who was also called Joseph Byers, and there has been some confusion as to which Byers was actually shot, but it has now been shown that the 14-year-old was the one that was shot. His cousin never fought in the war and went on to work as a doctor. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a future video.